Hello, AP Euro. It's been a couple days, so I figured I'd get in touch with you. I've been waiting around to attend a online town hall meeting with some of the college board people, and that has just wrapped up. So there's going to be a lot of information coming out in the next couple days, but I figure I'd give you a quick update on some of it. So AP testing is going to go ahead, and as we've already talked about, testing is going to be at home. It's going to be electronic. It's going to be on your own device, whether it's a computer, a phone, whatever. And the dates for those are going to say approximately the same. They did allegedly a lot of surveying of AP students, and according to their results, they said they found that 91% of AP students still wanted to take the AP test, didn't want to throw away all their effort thus far. And they also found that they some of the other things they talked about with their survey and preparation is that the colleges seem to be pretty well on board with still being ready to grant credit for AP results. Similarly, they also wanted something that you could do obviously at home. They wanted it to be relatively brief for a number of reasons. They say they did not want to put any more burden on school counselors or people like that. So basically, like those who've signed up, you're in. Those who've not signed up are not in, cannot still get in. You can't transfer over and take a test that you didn't sign up for yet. So we're going to go ahead as planned with that. As mentioned also in a previous video, the test is going to be about 45 minutes long, and you're going to do this on as I say, on your phone or on your computer. Our date and time, basically they've broken this up where there are no tests that overlap with each other, and they again surveyed students and said, when do you want to do this? And the president of the College Board expressed some surprise. He figured students would want as much time as they could possibly have to prepare, and what they found was the opposite, that students wanted were afraid of, I think, forgetting things as time lingered on and on and on. So the dates are going to stay approximately the same. Our date for the AP European History test is going to be May the 13th. That's a Wednesday. And it's going to be at 4 p.m. And so all AP testing is going to be during the stretch of May 11th to 22nd. And I believe Eastern time anyway, those tests will go off at noon, at 2 p.m., and at 4 p.m. And so then you potentially could have even 3 in a day, but again, only 45 minutes a pop. So it shouldn't be that terribly bad. There's also a stretch of makeup dates. Those makeup dates are June 1st through 5th. So if for whatever reason those May dates don't work for you, you can apply. I don't know what it'll take, but you'll have to talk to somebody at the school. The AP coordinator will have to greenlight you to take it at the later date. And as he mentioned, like there is a lot of risk in trying to put it off. I would recommend, if at all possible, just take the May test. If you try to put it off and there's some sort of electronics problem, you're out of luck. That's it with the June one. So if there's some sort of problem in May, we probably could still get you back in for the June one if your phone crashes or your internet spotty or whatever. So that's the plan. They're going to put out a memo to you guys tomorrow, put it on the website, and that memo will kind of give you a whole lot of instructions as far as how things are going to go. But a few quick things. You're going to be able to take it on any device you want. It's basically open book, open note, open internet. And so because of that, which the more I thought about it, it goes against what I originally predicted, but it makes a lot of sense that if they gave you a bunch of multiple choice, what's to stop you from simply Googling all the information? So what they have said that they're going to try to do is to test your skills as an historian, rather than like your content knowledge. They understand the internet's going to be at your disposal, as well as your book or notes or anything like that. So it's going to be open, all of those things, which is, I guess, kind of cool. 45 minutes is not a lot of time to use it, but at the same time, like that's available. As far as the content or structure of our test, there's basically just going to be one question, and that question is going to be a DBQ or document-based question, but it's not which we didn't talk much about so far. So that'll be the bulk of our effort over the next month or so. We'll be getting you used to that. But really what the DBQ does is it takes some of your skills from the short answer test, particularly, and from the multiple choice, your skills of reading historians and their opinions, and combines it with the structure of the long essay and asking you to kind of use those historians' views to write an extended argument and thesis. So basically, it's one question, one question. However, even the new modified version won't really match what the DBQ usually is. And for instance, an important difference is it's going to have fewer documents, only 5 documents. So anyway, I felt, and hearing what it was going to be like, I felt a little bit of regret that we didn't do more directly with the DBQ, but we have definitely indirectly tested the exact skills that are going to be tested. And in the end, this DBQ is not going to be the same as the usual DBQ that runs most years. So I don't think we're really appreciably ahead of or behind any other students in the country. We're just going to have to kind of figure it out as best we can together. And so we'll do a lot of practices. There's going to be a new rubric. It's not even out yet. I think they're planning on releasing it tomorrow. So I'm excited to take a look at that too. I believe the rubric is, they say anyway, it's going to be structured a little more to favor students, possibly giving you some alternate ways to earn certain points, or possibly having more points so you're not so much on a 1 through 6 or 1 through 7 scale, but possibly having more points where you can earn more partial credits along the way. They've also said that because there's only one question, that the AP reading, you're going to have more people read it than usual. So normally on an AP test, with any given essay part that you did for an AP test, you would have 2 people read it, and if the score they decided matched each other, that was it. If those 2 people's scores didn't match, it would go to a 3rd person, and that person would be kind of the tiebreaker. In this case, it sounds like they're going to have at least 4 people who will read this essay that you're going to write. So anyway, so as far as everything is concerned here, where we stand at the moment is there's going to be an AP test. It's I think it's going to be pretty okay for us, and I'm fairly confident in where we stand. The amount of work we put into the long essay questions near the end of our time together, unexpected end to our time together, the amount of work we put on those long essays is going to be really good, because in 45 minutes, which is shorter than the DBQ would normally be, it's really going to be imperative that we study the rubric, we know exactly how to earn each of those points, and I think the work we did on that will be very beneficial to us. I would encourage you tomorrow or sometime in the fairly near future to go to the College Board website. They will put out some sort of public statement for students that will give you a lot more detail and information, and you can go check that out there. And I will check in with you probably on Monday. I know it's spring break, but around the Claus house, it's just sort of Monday. So anyway, I'll check in with you, and we'll kind of I'll debrief a little bit more of that. I'm also, because they are no longer doing periods 8 or 9, and no longer you'll have the open notes and open book opportunities. I think it's probably not imperative that we do a lot more with the content, like the drudgery of the week by week stuff, but I will probably try to put together some short videos that go over each of the subtopics. So how I've usually divided the content of the course into the College Board's outline, 5.2, 5.3, 5.4. I'll probably try to put together a 10 to 15 minute video on each of the subtopics for especially for period 7 and also for period 6 if I can. That'll, I think, give you the key content without forcing you through the reading and things like that. There's also, probably you've gotten it from some other teachers, I encourage you to check out on YouTube. There are a number of AP teachers across the country who the College Board has essentially hired to put out daily lessons in each subject. For those of you still targeting the AP test, I encourage you to check that out. And even if you're not on it every day right now, at least check it out, see what's there, watch a lesson or two, and see what is available to you. Better to know about it now than wait till later. Anyway, I hope you are all doing really well. I miss you. I'm glad we're getting some warmer days here and you can get outside. And that's all I've got for now, but I look forward to checking in with you sometime soon. Have a great night.